Right now, after 5 mass shootings over the weekend, including one in Milwaukee, we're taking a closer look at why gun control legislation has stalled. And fresh off of graduation weekend, UW-Madison announces its new chancellor. We'll share what she has to say in her first message to the university. This is News 3 Now at noon. And good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for joining us on this Monday. Let's head to the Weather Center. Julian Seawright has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Julian?
Well, we are looking at a gorgeous start to our Monday as temperatures are feeling pretty good outside. It feels like spring once again as we are now back into some more May-like weather for us. Currently, as we take a look outside, you may see a couple of clouds blanketing through some of the sky, but still the blue is shining through, and it's around 72 degrees as of right now, and it feels great as well. A little bit of a breeze from the west-northwest, but our dew points is what we got to care about because that's going to be showing our humidity, which is very low throughout today, so it is a true 72 of what we're feeling outside. Surface temperatures around southern Wisconsin in itself. 75 degrees for Janesville, 72 in Platteville, same as here in Madison. So many of us are still holding on to some spring-like feels for us. And dew points, again, are on the lower end. So we may see a couple of clouds, but not a whole lot of saturation in our atmosphere as we're kicking off the rest of our noon hour. Now, as we take a look at what else to expect for the rest of today, well, we are going to be seeing even more open skies beginning to the back end of our evening as temperatures are still going to be feeling good and we're still having plenty of open sky, Mark.
Yeah, getting rid of that humidity sure helps.
I know. It's an awesome start to our work week.
It really is. All right, Julian, we'll check back in a few minutes. Thank you. President Biden is scheduled to visit Buffalo tomorrow, the scene of one of 5 mass shootings across the country over the weekend. Legislation to address gun violence has been slow, and that may not change anytime soon. Ed O'Keefe has more from the White House.
The shooting in Buffalo over the weekend is once again raising questions about what, if anything, the White House and Congress can do to address the rise of violent extremism and regulate firearms in this country. Over the weekend, President Biden addressed a police memorial event here in Washington. He mentioned the shooting in Buffalo. He talked about unity. He did not mention the ongoing push for gun control. But he has taken some steps to crack down on gun violence through executive action. And just on Friday, he urged mayors and police chiefs to use some of the federal pandemic relief money they've received in the last year to boost police and public safety budgets. But Democrats have been blocked from passing major gun control legislation for years amid the concern of some fellow Democrats and Republicans. Meantime, the House is expected to take up legislation to combat domestic terrorism in the coming weeks. There have been some disagreements among Democrats on how exactly to proceed on that issue, and even if it gets out of the House, it's unclear what would happen to it over in the Senate. But with all these shootings over the weekend, outside NBA games, at churches, those that have happened in classrooms or shopping malls, there is no sense that the White House and Congress are going to take action anytime soon to address the rise of gun violence and domestic violent extremism. Ed O'Keefe, CBS News, the White House.
And breaking news within the last hour, Madison police say they have arrested a 22-year-old for attempted homicide after a shooting on the east side earlier this month. Cameron Barber Smith was arrested on attempted first-degree intentional homicide charges last week in connection with a shooting on Nakusa Trail on May 5th. Police say Barber Smith allegedly approached a home on Nakusa Trail and shot at a man who was standing on a balcony. Multiple bullets also went into the apartment where 3 other people and a baby were inside. The victim was shot multiple times but was alert and conscious when he was taken to the hospital. Barber Smith will be in court for a preliminary hearing later this month. Jury selection is underway for the Madison man accused of killing his girlfriend's parents 2 years ago. Carrie Sanford faces 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide as a party to the crime in the April 2020 deaths of Dr. Beth Potter and her husband, Robin Carey. The prosecution and defense will work their way through the list of potential jurors today before the trial starts with opening statements tomorrow. The judge in the case has banned all video and audio recording of the trial and is only allowing still photography. UW-Madison officially has a new chancellor. Dr. Jennifer Mnookin was named as the university's 30th chancellor this morning. She comes to Madison from UCLA, where she served as the dean of the law school. The UW System's Board of Regents voted unanimously to approve her to replace outgoing Chancellor Rebecca Blank, who is leaving for Northwestern at the end of the month. Mnookin introduced herself to the university community in a video message this morning.
I absolutely can't wait to spend more time with our remarkable students, faculty, and staff, and to hear more of your ideas about how we can work together to make this great university even stronger. Until then, thank you, and let me say, for the first time, on Wisconsin.
Mnuchin will begin her tenure as chancellor on August 4th. We have more information on her background at channel3000.com. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon, including a possible plan to address the country's baby formula shortage, what Congress and the FDA are doing about it, coming up.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission products. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our clients' best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep. We do better when our clients do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo should probably be called McGann Furniture and Flooring because we're the area's oldest and most experienced floor covering store. Our friendly staff will explain the many types of flooring available, answer questions, and make suggestions so you can choose what's best for your home and lifestyle. We always offer free in-home measurements and estimates and use the finest installers in the entire area. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in today and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet, commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
I just scratch my head over these career politicians. They get in there and they just never want to leave. I'm going to give this my all for 4 years, work very hard. I'm going to do it for the greater good of all the people of Wisconsin, not the special interests. I think the lobbyists are not going to like me at all. They're going to be very frustrated. I'm not beholden to them. Didn't take any money from them, won't take any money from them. I'm going to do what's right for all the people of Wisconsin.
Tim Michaels for governor.
When we needed new doors and windows for our home, we were looking for someone we could trust.
We've done the bargain brand windows.
What we loved about Next Door and Window is that they were different.
We really loved their educational approach.
Call 844-600-NEXT. 50% off your installation.
Musk says he wants to know more about how many Twitter accounts are real. On Friday, Musk tweeted that his $44 billion takeover was temporarily on hold due to his concerns about fake and spam accounts. Musk later said he remains committed to buying the company. Some Skittles, Starburst, and Lifesavers branded gummy candies have been recalled. The FDA says tiny strands of metal have been found in some packages. Some were loose in the bag. Others were actually embedded in the gummies. Consumers who bought the affected products are advised to throw them away. And New Zealand has a new plan for getting all of its citizens greener. The government says it's going to help pay for lower-income families to ditch their gas-powered cars and replace them with electric vehicles. It's the latest effort in the nation's plan to reach net zero carbon emissions by 2050. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Elise Preston.
Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial's down 22 points. The NASDAQ off 122. The S&P 500, however, managing a 69-point gain. The head of the FDA says there actually is enough baby formula to go around, but it's not being distributed properly. The agency is working on a plan that may be released as soon as today to address the baby formula crisis. And Congress is prepared to vote this week on a pair of bills to increase supply. One would allow the U.S. to import formula from overseas. The other would make it easier for low-income families to buy formula. The shortages began when a key manufacturer had to recall its formula after some babies got sick after using it. The sun is still out after a beautiful weekend. Julian's in next to let us know how long this nice weather is going to be sticking around.
Fry Construction is celebrating 27 years with a big anniversary sale. Join us to save 27%. That's right, 27%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 2 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Act now for 27% off gutters with any full roofing or siding project. Schedule your free consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry, with honesty you can trust to deliver quality products and workmanship, dedicated to being the best. So when you need a plumber for an important upgrade or 24-hour emergency service, call RHD. For your home or business, get the job done right the first time with no surprises with the reliable, honest, and dedicated plumbing professionals of RHD Plumbing, proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
Hello spring, hello savings. Now at the Century House. Save hundreds with a free leather upgrade. Or get $300 off stressless Mike and Max motorized recliners with a soft rocking motion that provides instant comfort. And $300 off the new 50th anniversary retro stressless Royal recliner. Available with the iconic stressless original base. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
I'm Sarah Godlewski. I'm at the Supreme Court where it looks like Ron Johnson is going to get exactly what he wants. Overturning Roe v. Wade, reinstating Wisconsin's cruel abortion ban, and putting doctors in jail. But that's not what Wisconsinites want. We don't want politicians making healthcare choices for women. I'm Sarah Godlewski, and I approve this message because as your senator, I will never sit by and allow our rights to be stripped away. Join me. Let's fight back and defeat Ron Johnson.
News 3 Now is taking action to find and deliver the news stories that matter where you live.
Taking action to uncover the truth, getting answers, and finding solutions that can make an impact in your life and our community where we all live.
Taking action for South Central Wisconsin. News 3 Now.
Ladies, mountain biking isn't just for boys. Tomorrow, Josh Sprider tells us about a free, fun event that's teaching middle and high school girls how to ride.
Plus, we're tracking when you could see the next soggy commute. Join us tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in with Pam Yankee now from the Midwest Farm Report. You can actually breathe out there.
Yep, that's right. And the dust is, except maybe where all the tillage is going on, a lot of dust flying across for Wisconsin. I probably put on about 1,000 miles over the weekend, and everywhere I went, with the exception of far northwest Wisconsin, there was a lot of field work going on. So our farmers are going to capitalize on this dry weather as long as we've got it. Please be mindful of that. I know there's a lot of road construction that started as well. Means you're taking detours. If you get behind some of that big farm equipment, you get frustrated. Just remember, back off. Don't tailgate. Be safe. Everybody's got to give just a couple more seconds to get where they need to go. Boy, I'll tell you what, we've got a bunch of people that are getting ready to come into Madison later this week. Today is the final day that you can secure tickets for the Allison Dairyland activities coming up later this week. Friday night, a question and impromptu discussion with the candidates in Deerfield. Saturday night's the finale at Monona Terrace Convention Center. But everything is a ticketed event. If you're interested in being in the audience on either event, AliceInDairyland.com is where you secure the tickets, but you must secure them today. About a week from this week, we'll be at the Alliant Energy Center for the 93rd Wisconsin FFA Convention. They just announced the stars over Wisconsin candidates. These finalists will be recognized during the state convention, and then one will advance in each category to the national scene. We've got 8 star farmers, 9 stars in ag placement, 4 stars in agribusiness, and 2 stars in agri-science candidates that will be gathered up at the Alliant Energy Center next month. and we'll be there. So today in Chicago, wheat is the story. India announcing over the weekend that they're going to hold back on exporting their wheat. They're worried about food insecurity. That has got our wheat up 70 cents on the midday, and a lot of food processors talking. Barrel cheese up 2 1/4 today, $2.41 3/4. 40-pound block cheese up 5 3/4 cents at $2.36 1/2. Double A butter up 3 1/2 today at $2.74 a pound. And while we look at that food supply situation, I'm getting a lot of emails and tweets, Twitters, whatever from my farmers that are out there, Mark. Supply shortage hitting right here in Wisconsin. If you ran short on fertilizer or looking for it, herbicides, fungicides are looking for it. We got some spot problems to deal with out there on that too.
It's always something, isn't it?
It is, lately anyhow.
All right, thank you, Pam. Here's Julia now with a much nicer forecast.
That's right. A much nicer start to our Monday, especially as we're getting into the rest of our afternoon. We are seeing some clouds start to build up for us, but as we continue throughout the rest of today, you can go ahead and expect a bit more opening in our sky. But for right now, definitely soak up what we're dealing with because it feels great outside. Even though there is a light breeze, we're still looking at 72 degrees as of right now, and we're not going to get much warmer throughout the rest of today. May see a couple more degree increases, but for the rest of it today, for this evening, it's going to still feel great. Now, here's a look at those clouds that have started to build for us. As you can see, it's not a whole lot of organization between it, just a lot of pop-up and just puffs of cloud cover that's going to start to dissipate as we continue throughout the rest of our afternoon and for the evening, because we are going to see a bit more sunshine and much more clear skies once again getting into tonight. And it's going to feel really good for tonight, transitioning into our Tuesday. And on top of it, we are going to see cooler temperatures as well and some chances of some showers rolling into our Tuesday, thanks to a cold front, which is going to be sweeping its way from the north going into the rest of our Tuesday. But until then, again, definitely enjoy today because it's going to feel great and it's going to look great outside. But then as we transition into our Tuesday morning, this is what we're going to be planning out for you. Waking up is going to feel great once again. Really cool, plenty of open sky. As we get into our Tuesday afternoon, we can start to see some clouds starting to develop just a bit. But we're not going to see much in terms of precipitation until we roll into our Tuesday evening. This is going to be around dinner time for us. We'll start to see some showers rolling in, and some areas could see a bit more heavier rainfall. But then as we go into the overnight into our Wednesday morning, that's when we're going to start to see our commutes to be on the soggier side for us, as rain and even some thunderstorms are possible as we get into our early Wednesday morning. But then that's going to be clearing out for us once we get into our Wednesday afternoon. We are looking for some more chances of seeing a bit more rainfall later into the week, but we're also going to be seeing some soggier conditions again going into our Wednesday mornings. You can see areas just near the Illinois state line where we're going to see plenty of rainfall for us, but around Madison and Dane County, around 1/4 to even 1/2 inch of more rainfall for us. But aside from that, this week, folks, it is going to feel great. Temperatures are going to be around seasonable and even cooler than that until we get into about Thursday, where it's going to be a bit warmer, but we're still holding into the 70s throughout the rest of today. Now, aside from that, we are still going to be looking at some chances of some precipitation, but it's mainly going to be at the nighttime where we're going to see the soggier ends of things. So our 3 things we're going to need to know is that we are looking for some more showers and potentially even some storms coming into our Tuesday evening and Tuesday nights going into our Wednesday morning. Aside from that, it's going to be cool through Wednesday. Then we're going to start to warm up a bit, heading into around 78 degrees going into our Thursday, but we do have some chances of seeing a bit more rain as well that could be associated with it. And here's a look at our 10-day forecast, and it is marvelous for us. Aside from spring-like conditions where we are going to be seeing showers, 60s and 70s, going into this weekend, folks, if you really like the cool, it's going to be perfect for you. 60 and 62 for our Saturday and Sunday, and plenty of sunshine will stick around for it as well. And honestly, the next 10 days are perfect, especially since we had so many record-breaking heat days last week, Mark.
I love the cooler weather.
And so do I. I'm a fan of it. I did enjoy the summer-like feels, but I'm definitely excited for this.
I'll wait for August for that.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you, Julian. Yeah. Howard's in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with some options for baked beans.
The other day, a few of us in the test kitchen were chatting about what makes really great baked beans. And as you can imagine, everyone seems to have their own opinion, which kind of varied based on where they grew up. For me, since my parents grew up in Boston, as a kid, I only knew about Boston baked beans. What makes these so unique is that they use navy beans simmered in a sauce accented with salt pork and molasses. Callie, on the other hand, grew up with baked beans that started with tomato or sometimes barbecue sauce that was sweetened with brown sugar and had bacon in it. Well, after lots of discussion, we decided that today we're going to make them Southern style. All we have to do is combine some canned kidney, and cannellini beans that we've rinsed and drained, along with some chili sauce, ketchup, chopped onion, brown sugar, and a bit of mustard. After this is mixed well, we spoon it into a baking dish and let it simmer in the oven until it gets all thick and bubbly. What sets this apart from other baked beans is the combo of the brown sugar with the chili sauce. So right after the news, why don't you go online and get the recipe for our Southern baked beans so you can taste test these against the ones you grew up with. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a bubbling hot way for you to say, ooh, it's so good. It's hot, don't burn yourself.
Is answering your plant and garden questions. The number to call 608-270-9933. We'll be right back with your calls.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
1-800-GOT-JUNK can bring the springtime anytime.
Oh, yes! We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
He has his grandfather's smile.
Her mother's eyes.
My cheekbones.
But will she have my diabetes?
My sickle cell anemia.
His father's heart disease.
Go to joinallofus.org to share your health information and speed up health research breakthroughs. The future of health begins with you.
This ain't about the donor class with their name on trucks, nor the establishment. Man, they failed us for decades. This is about the ones who work for a living, just worry about safe streets and buying groceries. Warrior conservatives. This is about Kevin Nicholson, one of us. The Marine who never forgot how to fight. It's in his gut. Conservatives, rise up. We have a leader.
Start your outdoor projects with 11% off everything at Menards. Refresh your deck with Pittsburgh Ultra Advanced Semi-Transparent Stain. It brings out the natural beauty of the wood while offering protection from the elements. A gallon is $29.98 after rebates. Grow a beautiful garden with Burpee seeds. Choose from over 400 varieties of flowers, vegetables, and herbs. All Burpee seed packets are 11% off. Get 11% off everything right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
You're injured, you need your money and your life back. You need it now. Don't play games with the insurance company.
Get the legal representation you may deserve.
This is your future on the line. Tell them. You mean business.
I called Hupy and Abraham.
They can tell you what your case may really be worth, and there's a good chance it's worth more money than you've been told. It can make all the difference in your future.
They got me almost $2 million.
Call 800-800-5678. Hupy and Abraham, right now.
1-800-GOT-JUNK can bring the springtime anytime.
Oh, yes! We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Linda Bartsch from the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. 608-270-9933. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Mark.
Quite an arrangement here.
Well, I just picked out some good-looking annuals that people can use for various sun, shade, but I also wanted to feature this cool little plant. It's a spiral rush called corkscrew, and it just is a cute addition. Yeah, and it's real coarse.
Is it a house plant or?
No, it's an annual that you would use in combination in your baskets. But if you just want something a little bit different, rather than the typical grass or whatever you use.
It's very nice. This little cabbage thing here, what's that?
Oh, that is actually a type of echevera. It's some people think it's sort of like hen and chicks. It's in that family.
Oh, okay.
So it's a succulent, yeah, and it has a really pretty rosette. And then these dahlias are really good. You're going to find that you're going to have to deadhead them. After they get done flowering, you'll have to pick off the spent flowers.
All right, let's go to the phones, and we'll start with Jody from Rock Springs. Hi, or Judy, that is. Hi, Judy, go ahead.
Yes, I was just wondering if it's too early to put in tomato plants?
No, we should be past that danger of frost. Of course, it's Wisconsin, so always be careful, but it looks like we're in pretty good shape.
Just keep an eye on the forecast.
Just keep an eye on the forecast.
They don't like it below 40, though, at night, right?
No, that stunts them, but it looks like the weather is above that for the next week, at least.
All right. Go to Jenny now in Deerfield. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, I have a question about a mandevilla.
Okay.
I purchased one this year, again, and I want to replant it and put an obelisk over it so that I can bring it in the winter.
Okay.
So how much bigger should the planter be, and is it okay to do that now?
Well, since I don't want it to have too much soil, because otherwise it does like to be a bit root bound, I would put it in a pot that wouldn't be probably 2 inches on either side. So if it's a 6-inch container that it's in, put it in a 10-inch. Okay. And then it'll grow through the summer, and you can bring it in during the winter and keep it in a very sunny location.
But they like to be root bound.
Best for flowering and full sun, yeah.
All right, Jeanette in Sun Prairie. Hi, what's your question?
I have grass in my perennial bed that I'd like to get rid of and not kill the plants in there.
Well, you're going to have to be careful. The best solution is to actually good old-fashioned pulling that grass out. And while it's this hot and dry, the soil is so hard that you're not going to get the roots well. So this is not a good time. If we get this rain on Tuesday, Wednesday, then going out the day after when the soil is moister. Of course, some will stick to the roots, but at least then you'll get that whole root system rather than breaking it off at the top. If you use any kind of chemicals, you're going to have to be careful because there isn't one that selects to kill out grass very effectively versus perennials.
All right. Let's go to Bill now in Jefferson. Hi, Bill. What's your question?
My question's about lilacs. I know you can't cut them back before they bloom, but after they bloom, how far back could I cut them?
Well,
mine are about 12 foot tall.
Oh, 12 foot. Those are, well, I always caution people, if that lilac was initially planted in full sun and it's gotten that large and now it's very, very shady, if you start to prune it back very severely, it may not bounce back. It may not come back because lilacs like sun. But you can take out 1/3 of those large stems after it gets done flowering, right down to the ground.
All right. Let's go to Lori in Madison. Hi, Lori.
Hi there.
Hi.
What's your question?
I have a question. I have pots and squirrels keep jumping into them, and I was wondering, how do I keep them out?
Oh, I don't have a good solution. I keep some animals out from digging my plants because before they've rooted and they're real loose, I have animals that will come and dig, and I put shells that I bring back from Florida in my pot, and that seems to deter them a little bit.
All right, we are out of time, and we have to say so long. Someone's retiring from the Bruce Company, so this is your last official appearance, but maybe you'll help Lisa Briggs out once in a while.
I'll ask her.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for over 20 years, and it's been great. It's been fun with you.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes, it has.
Enjoy retirement.
Thank you.
Don't be a stranger.
Okay.
Thanks. Let's go to Julia now. One final check of the forecast.
Well, we have a week of enjoyment in terms of our weather for us. However, we do have some shots of us seeing a bit soggy conditions to kick things off for us. But until then, enjoy today and enjoy a bit of tomorrow as well. It's going to be on the cooler side. We'll also see some more cloud cover going into our Tuesday. But Tuesday night into our Wednesday mornings when we're going to be expecting to see our best chance to see some soggy weather for us. Then for Thursday and Friday, we do have more chances of seeing some showers, potentially even an isolated thunderstorm or two. But folks, don't worry. We are going to be going into this weekend with some even more gorgeous weather. Back to the 60s to hold on to. Plenty of sunshine as well. Definitely enjoy this weather because summer is right around the corner. Over to you, Mark.
Thank you very much, Julian. And if you're on the line, stay on the line. Linda will talk to you off the air again. Happy retirement. Take care of yourself. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.